This is the place to find yourself.
Istanbul offers great universities and the lifestyle is really amazing here.
So I live at the dorms at Maltepe University and I'm really happy with it. There's a cleaning service every few days and then there's the library nearby which is open 24/7.
My first impression when I came was like, it's huge. You have everything in one place.
When you first come to Maltepe University, you don't know where what is and you're like, oh my God, I need help. Guess what? You're not alone. There is the international office people over there. They're like family. They're very helpful and they're always there for you.
Istanbul is the perfect mixture between ancient and modern. Coming into this city helps me discover myself, learn about so many different cultures, learning about the world, which will help me in writing future books.
At Maltepe University, we have a lot of research centers. Because of that, we have the ability to participate in a lot of international projects.
Here at Maltepe University, the education consists of both practical and theoretical. We get the opportunity to practice everything we learn in class in real life. So after we graduate, we have a degree and we can work all over the world.
People come to Istanbul all the time, but what they really miss when they visit are the antique shops, which contain thousands of years of memories and also a thread of the modern future.
I like to use every minute and just get out and hop on the ferry and just go from the Asian side to the European side and just enjoy the wonderful weather with the wonderful Bosphorus behind me and just enjoying the moment of Istanbul.
Istanbul is very beautiful with great culture.
This city is the symbol of diversity. Come and study at Maltepe University.
Come here and feel like you're home.
Dear participants, welcome to the Maltepe University International Student Conference, which will be held online within Maltepe University. We are honored to be here with you and to host this conference. This year, we have 34 participants from 7 different countries. These participants' countries are United States of America, Australia, Greece, Brazil, Hungary, Malaysia, and Oman. We will debate COVID-19 health in the countries, which promises to be diverse and exciting. I'm thrilled to work and be in this great team with our dear teachers and friends who participated in these countries in our faculty. We know that these countries will contribute to us cooperatively and professionally. We want to thank Sir Hüseyin Şimşek, who is the founder of Maltepe University. We want to thank Sir Professor Şahin Karasar, rector of Maltepe University. Moreover, we want to thank Sir Professor Betül Çotuk Söken, vice rector of Maltepe University and general coordinator of MUISC, for giving us the excellent opportunity to organize this international organization every year, even in pandemic times. We also would like to extend thanks to our academic coordinators, dear Professor Hacer Karamisoğlu, dear Assistant Professor Demet Avcı Alpar, dear Lecturer Nehir Demirel, dear Research Assistant Azet Yüksel. Thank you all for supporting us during the preparation period of the countries. We had reached countries for the 8th time, and the focal theme of the countries this year is COVID-19 health because of the pandemic. COVID-19 is an infectious disease caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2, declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization on 11 March 2020. According to World Health Organization, the COVID-19 pandemic that emerged worldwide at the end of 2019 affected 216 countries and regions. The total number of cases worldwide has exceeded 154 million and 3 million people died due to this disease. These numbers are increasing day by day. From the beginning of the pandemic, nurses have been at the forefront of the fight against this epidemic as primary healthcare professionals, taking colonoscopy tests. As healthcare professionals, we had to work with new working methods outside of standard working system. While many of us were fighting the COVID-19 outbreak on the front line, we got this disease, and most of us, unfortunately, succumbed to this disease. I want to express our gratitude to the heroic health workers who lost their lives. During the pandemic in Turkey, healthcare workers have been restricted on many issues, such as leave, designation, and working hours. As healthcare professionals working in environments where the disease is most intense, we were separated from our families due to the risk of infecting our families. We were damaged psychically and psychologically during the pandemic process. While we fulfill our sacred duty, such as saving and healing human life, We know that we will overcome this complex process with precautions. Our world has been exposed to many global epidemics throughout history, and this situation has left deep marks on the world and people. The COVID-19 outbreak will undoubtedly continue to leave a mark like other global epidemics. The COVID-19 outbreak, which affects millions in a short time, has become one of today's most crucial health diseases. We know that more we act consciously in this epidemic, the manner in which we will overcome this process will follow the precautions. We believe that we will overcome these complex problems shoulder to shoulder. In this conference, we will discuss emergency measures are taken in the pandemic, nursing care, health and working conditions of nurses, the effort of students adapt to this situation, and nursing education eases. We are more knowledgeable about the pandemic, the uncertainties have decreased. We will go through this difficult as we talk together. We are delighted to see you among us. I hope you enjoy watching and participating. Dear teachers and dear participants, I would like to briefly introduce our teacher to before inviting Associate Professor MUISC21 is the keynote speaker of the nursing session on the second day of our conference. Associate Professor MUISC21 graduated from Gülhane Military Medical Academy, School of Nursing in 2003. She completed her master's and doctorate education at the same university in the Department of Gynecology and Obstetrics between 2006-2012. She was a distinct researcher at the University of Pittsburgh Human Cancer Center in 2012 to conduct her doctoral dissertation. In 2015, she was at the University of Iowa College of Nursing to continue her postdoctoral research. Between 2013-2019, she worked as a full-time faculty in the School of Nursing at Koch University. She has been working as an assistant professor at the University of Massachusetts Amherst College of Nursing since September 2019. She has almost 60 articles published in national and international journals on oncology, genetics, and women's health nursing. Dear participants, now I invite Associate Professor MUISC21 to talk.
Good morning, everyone. First, let me share my screen and my presentation. Hello, everyone. I am MUISC21, a professor at UMass Amherst College of Nursing. And welcome to Multiple University International Nursing Student Congress. To all nursing students, nurses, nursing faculty, friends, and anyone who are joining us today. Thank you so much for the organizing committee and Irem for the introduction. It is an honor to be here, and I am delighted to have that opportunity to meet with you today. It's a wonderful day to meet indeed. Right after the Mother's Day, during the International Nurses Week, and while the spring just showing us its beauty, and while we nurses just celebrated the Year of Nurses and Midwives of 2020, in the midst of the pandemic, while we just see the revitalization of our life back, while we hope to move on to post-pandemic world, it is great to be here today. I also need to acknowledge the losses that we have in 2020, even now in 2021 during the pandemic. Our nurse colleagues, healthcare professions, our friends, maybe our family member. I am deeply sorry for those losses. So, as nursing students, you have done it. You have navigated a rigorous program of study in nursing during a pandemic. Now, it is time to be proud of yourself, and it is time to celebrate it with your friends from different countries. This is our celebration of nurses and nursing that has been acknowledged as heroes all over the world. Happy Nurses Week, together for a bright future for all of us. Today, although I am going to talk about the challenges and opportunities that we have during and now the post-pandemic times, I would like to be more optimistic and be hopeful for the future. So my talk mostly will focus on opportunities that we have to lead the change for more equal, accessible nursing education for all who strive to be nurse. From the historical perspectives, it is possible to affirm that three events that caused the acceleration of progress in nursing: wars, revolutions, and pandemics. It is precisely from this perspective that what happened with education and technology in the times of the COVID-19 pandemic. Think about Florence Nightingale. In 1854, during the Crimean War, she led the change to provide better care to British soldiers in Istanbul. Think about Dorothy Dix. In 1861, she was appointed as a superintendent of female nurses of the Union during the United States Civil War. And again, during that Civil War, Clara Barton, she became hero as the founder of American Red Cross as a nurse. And Safiye Hüseyin Elbi, in 1919, as a nurse in the Balkan War, she went to the trenches of the Çanakkale and served as a holy mission. And there are many we don't know. But now, during the pandemic, we are not waiting for heroes to lead the change. We, as nurses, each of us became hero, lead the change in every setting that we have been working. And now it is a perfect time to address or to tackle our old tradition in nursing education that we have been criticizing for a better future in nursing. In healthcare settings, such as hospitals or any healthcare centers, and in educational settings, such as universities, as educator, we always strive for excellence in nursing education. Whatever happens, we always focus on best learning and teaching strategies to improve health and healthcare services for all. And this is exactly what happened during the pandemic, despite of all challenges during the unprecedented times. Hallmarks of Excellence was published in 2020, before the pandemic. Although the pandemic brought us a new challenges, as you see, some areas such as simulation as a teaching pedagogy, civility, being kind in nursing education, interprofessional education have now been still relevant for the today's academic and healthcare environment. Student support services gain more attention. Those are the services that promote the comprehensive development of students, help strengthen learning outcomes while reinforcing and extending the educational institution influence beyond the classroom. And there are also some areas that we discovered during the pandemic. For instance, we realized we need to move forward from our traditional approaches to nursing education. Our traditional approaches in nursing, mostly teacher-directed, highly structured approaches that rely on delivery of content through lectures and evaluation of the learning through multiple choice examinations, and very structured and relatively inflexible curriculum designs. And now we know it should be more than that. This is the perfect time to change these approaches in nursing. As a student, you had to also change your expectations, what a nursing school or a college would look like. You adapted as nursing classes are transferred face-to-face into remote platforms, and you also had to adapt to the changes in clinical experiences, as clinical agencies limited the access of nursing schools, and even some cases, they closed their doors for students to protect their patients. And as faculty, we have also experienced some changes and challenges. We had to change how we imagine, how we provision the nursing education, which has been within the classroom boundaries and mostly teacher-centered, at least for the theoretical part of education. Not every nursing education communities or institution had access to learning management systems. Zoom, Blackboard, Eco 360, Teams, and many just became the center of our teaching. And universities had to reorganize their budget to get access to systems. Some managed it, but some still had sustainability problems in access to those systems. Not every faculty had experiences in teaching online and using these systems, and some universities provided some support through Center for Teaching and Learning to make sure all faculty and students know how to use effectively. Even some universities developed some standards for students and faculty, such as being on time, when to use camera, how to ask questions, how to be respectful to others while fostering the inclusion and diversity in our classroom. And as faculty, we needed to revise our syllabus, not to lower our expectations, rather to make sure every student in our classroom gets what they need to meet the expectations at the end of the semester. Change in policy for the attendance to respect students' personal circumstances, or providing synchronous and asynchronous classes to provide accessible learning opportunities for those with limited access to computer and internet. And communication was and still is the key for us, engaging with students and for students to engage in class content and the other fellow students to improve the belonging to the community. So we created some new ways to keep connected with our students, video recordings for frequent check-ins, or discussion boards, or extended office hours for those who need extra help in their learning journey. But at the end, what we all learn a lot in remote learning, online teaching, while this experimental process. In terms of theoretical courses, we struggled a lot in assessment of the learners' achievements. We started to discuss about security of the exams and maybe found new ways to assess students' learning and competency. But it is important to recognize that no online testing environment is completely secure. Even the best proctors cannot really detect all cheating if it is occurring. And as faculty, we used some strategies. We didn't use the same test across the semester. We considered questions that offer longer form responses, right? Such as short answer or essay questions. And those questions typically draw on higher order thinking skills and require students to showcase their greater depth of knowledge. We also ask multi-step problem-solving questions, again, to let our students to show their knowledge. But at the end of the day, we know creating honesty, integrity among our students is the key. Honesty is the indispensable foundation of our teaching, our learning, our research, our service, and a necessary prerequisite for all realization of trust, fairness, respect, and responsibility. So, instead of focusing on surveillance during the exam, we should use some strategies for promoting academic integrity among our students and among our fellow faculty. What we can do? We can do it by creating a supportive learning environment, clarifying our expectations, and establish a shared values with our students. And we can also design assessment to maximize learning and to minimize pressure, again, among the students. Whatever we do as faculty, it is students' responsibility to be honest, not to us, but to their selves, right? And to the profession that they are just about to enter. And we see the whole process an opportunity to disrupt our old traditions that prevent us and reduce the accessibility and diversity of our teaching. And now we all have experience in online teaching, online learning. And again, it is going to help us to create a better education for future. And we all strive to meet global objectives such as customizing education to adapt it to the needs and strengths of our students, who are at the same time members of the public. And of course, we also try to adapt to equip our students with the social and technical skills and tools demanded by the healthcare services. And now we have some new e-business type of learning opportunities more than ever before. Teacher tubers, I don't know if you heard before, but teacher tubers are becoming really common. Nursing faculty or educators providing video recordings or having live session with students to focus or discuss any topics that might be relevant or might be interest of our students. And we do have now gamification. This is the application of typical elements of game playing, like point scoring, competition with the others, rules of play, to encourage engagement with a content or a skill. So this is also new trends in education for those who like to play and who like to also learn. So all these changes and challenges, experiences will bring more online and remote learning opportunities in future. Even maybe hybrid courses for those who don't want to be in the classroom and for those who would like to have face-to-face contact with their faculty. And of course, the pandemic also affected what we teach as a faculty, what nurses need to know, or what competencies that nurses should have before the graduation. The American Association of Colleges of Nursing has published the essentials. Those essentials provide an educational framework for the preparation of nurses at four-year colleges or university level. And last essential just published a couple months before in 2021. And these essentials highlighted the importance of well-being and disease prevention at the community level, and that topics should be taking more space in our curriculum. This is something that we need to really change in our future curriculum. When I was asked last year, maybe during that time actually, what pandemic will change in our nursing education, I have listed 4 things. First, lifelong learning opportunities to access evidence-based practice in ever-changing healthcare sciences, and competency in technology utilization, and leadership in public health services, and the skills to care for those who require intensive care. And those are still relevant and important aspect of our future teaching. And I think for many of us, clinical practicum was the hardest part of the plan, right? Through remote and online platforms, we have been striving for human contact, even touching as a therapeutic method we have been using. And now we have been providing at least half of our full nursing program as hands-on experience. Some clinical settings were closed their doors totally with the government measures or high education institution decision, and students had also some concern for their own health. And considering that, at least here at UMass, we gave that opportunity to our students to pursue their education with limited clinical practice or to take a pause in their education. And although many of our students opted to continue their education, some students took a pause in their education during the pandemic. And while we had to fight for having clinical face-to-face education due to its critical role in nursing education, we had to also increase the portion of our lab and simulation practice to make sure our students achieve the expected level of competency before they graduate. And testing for COVID-19 as a part of contact tracing at campuses was available in some universities, but some did not have these sources and opportunity. And now vaccination. As faculty, as a nursing students, we have been fighting for having access to vaccination to go back to our practice safely. And unfortunately, it is not also still available in many countries and many institutions. Yes, technologies such as virtual reality, virtual simulation, all are needed and they will be needed. But the pandemic showed us self-motivation and dedication to learning and teaching. Those are the essentials for the success among faculty, among you as a nursing students. And as nursing students, you are adult learners. You know what the best work for you and your learning. So you need to choose whatever you need. And more importantly, the pandemic also showed us again, face-to-face clinical practice is essential part of the nursing education, and it cannot be replaced by any state-of-art technologies. Nothing replaces our face-to-face contact with our patients. It also shows us we need to collaborate with hospitals or any healthcare centers to provide that opportunity to our nursing students even during the pandemic with all safety measures taken. And although teaching and preparing next generation of nurses is primarily our responsibility as a faculty who are working at higher education institutions, hospitals are equally responsible for that, because this is also their problem, because it also creates a big problem for their nursing workforce, maybe resulting in nurses who are not equipped with necessary skills and knowledge, or maybe resulting in lower number of nurse graduates with the increased risk of shortage in nursing workforce. So we have to work together for, again, better prepared nursing workforce. As faculty, we got our new mission to lead the change in our curriculum and the way how we teach. And here you see the summary of what I have been already talking. Curriculum changes, again, lifelong learning focus, and telehealth and remote delivery of care. This is also something our future nursing students should be competent on, right? And competency related to our teaching. We as a nursing faculty need to be confident in technology utilization and remote working opportunities. And for our future nursing students, they will also need to adapt their self even before the admission to a nursing school, because it seems it will be more challenging to get in a nursing school with limited clinical settings and clinical learning opportunities. This is the trend that we are seeing in the United States due to limitation on class size, and nursing programs are becoming increasingly competitive, and the number of the students admitted to the program is decreasing. I have been trying to talk about how pandemic has been two-sided coin, but now let us flip it over and look at only the good side for all of us. The first thing, the substantial difference nurses already made for the patients that they care for and for the people they live with. And the second thing is we realize that we are one human family, that all we are connected in the world and one global family. There's no good unless we work for all with all. We shared the common experiences, but also experiences are uniquely personal, so we can harness them to improve health for all of us. And I want to also share 5 wishes or advice for you as a nursing students. And a friend of mine here at UMass just shared those wishes with our new nursing graduates, and that also inspired me, and I decided to also share with you. Be brave. We don't know what the future holds for us, and you never know unless you are brave enough to experience. Be kind to yourself and appreciate your unique gifts, talents, and be kind to others. Reflect your passion to people around you. Be bold. As we move on to our new normal, continue to advocate for your patients, for your own needs, and for the other people's needs. And be grateful. Be grateful for the life lessons that you learned during the pandemic. And be grateful for the people around you. And be grateful for the profession that you have already chosen. And be you. Whoever you feel, whoever you see in you, be yourself. This is the only one, there's only one you in the entire world. In the years to come, do not let life or other people make you forget that. And in closing, I want to share the motto of UMass Amherst. If you visit our website, you are gonna see that motto in our website. And now, as nurses, as future of nursing, be revolutionary and don't wait for the change, but create it. Thank you so much.
We expect the attendees who want to ask questions or make contributions to write us from the YouTube chat section. Thank you to dear Associate Professor Memnun for your contribution.
I would like to welcome any question if you have. We do have time, I guess. I was a little bit quick to present my presentation.
Thank you.
I guess we don't have any questions, so I wish you happy Nurses Week, and I hope you're gonna enjoy the Congress. Please do not forget to network with your friends during the Congress, learn and share. Have a great day.
This is the place to find yourself.
Istanbul offers great universities and the lifestyle is really amazing here.
So I live at the dorms at Maltepe University and I'm really happy with it. There's a cleaning service every few days and then there's the library nearby which is open 24/7.
My first impression when I came was like, it's huge. You have everything in one place.
When you first come to Maltepe University, you don't know where what is and you're like, oh my God, I need help. Guess what? You're not alone. There is the international office people over there. They're like family. They're very helpful and they're always there for you.
Istanbul is the perfect mixture between ancient and modern. Coming into this city helps me discover myself, learn about so many different cultures, learning about the world, which will help me in writing future books.
At Maltepe University, we have a lot of research centers. Because of that, we have the ability to participate in a lot of international projects.
Here at Maltepe University, the education consists of both practical and theoretical. We get the opportunity to practice everything we learn in class in real life. So after we graduate, we have a degree and we can work all over the world.
People come to Istanbul all the time, but what they really miss when they visit are the antique shops, which contain thousands of years of memories and also a thread of the modern future.
I like to use every minute and just get out and hop on the ferry and just go from the Asian side to the European side and just enjoy the wonderful weather with the wonderful Bosphorus behind me and just enjoying the moment of Istanbul.
Istanbul is very beautiful with great culture.
This city is the symbol of diversity. Come and study at Maltepe University.
Come here and feel like you're home.
We take a break for 10 minutes. Please come again.